Hi everyone, I'm Mabel Moon and today we're gonna make maple syrup.
The sun's gone down and the moon is bright and the stars are in the sky. The time is now to enjoy the night, so jump up, it's time to fly. So come on, let's go, and let's start the show with me, your friend, Mabel Moon. I'm Mabel Moon, and I want to share all the wonderful things that are way up there.
We Canadians love our maple syrup, but how do we go from this to this? Well, today we're going to visit a working sugar bush near the town of Elmvale, Ontario to find out. Let's go! Hi everyone, it's Mabel Moon here, and today we're with Wally Greenlaw, the past and proud owner of Greenlaw Maple Products. How are you doing today, Wally?
I'm doing fine.
Excellent! And now, Wally, how many years has this sugar bush been running?
My great-grandfather bought this property in 1910, and they've been making syrup here ever since.
Here we have Bryce and Brady today with us. Come on over, Wally. And these are the great-grandchildren. Here's the sixth generation. And now, tell me, Bryce, how do you help out your great-grandpa and your dad here at the sugar bush?
I just usually ride a skidoo with my brother and stuff.
Oh, yeah. And you go and check out the trees and you help tap the trees in with the lines and things like that?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. And what about you, Brady? How do you help your parents out here in the sugar bush?
I help tap trees and can the bottles whenever we're making syrup.
Oh, and what does that mean, can the bottles?
Like put the syrup into the bottles after it's been boiled up and whatnot.
Wow. And do you guys tend to taste test all of the maple syrup?
Yeah.
Maple syrup was first collected and used by the indigenous peoples of North America. The practice was adopted by European settlers who gradually refined production methods. The province of Quebec is the largest producer of maple syrup in Canada, and it is responsible for 3/4 of the world's output. Wow!
At a beautiful maple tree here in the bush. Look at how many there are. There's hundreds and hundreds of them. Well, and as you can see here, they have a spile going into the tree, plastic tubing that connects to the main container at the end. And Jarrett soon is going to turn on the vacuum, which will pull all of the sap to the main area. Let's go see. Okay, Jarrett, so can you tell us how long does it take to get all of these trees hooked up to these pipes and wires and things?
Just to do the actual tapping where I put the spile into the tree each year, this year it took me approximately 5 days, and there is just about 1,500 taps for easy math.
Wow! And then you still have to hook up all of this pipeline.
Yes, some of it does stay out here, but when we did initially install it, it took months, and there is miles worth of tubing.
Wow, miles and miles, I bet. And so what have you just done? You've turned on the vacuum, and what do we have here?
That is actual sap flowing in.
Wow.
Yes, and Mother Nature will bring the sap in by gravity, and that pump that we have just helps to move the sap through any lull or any great distance that it may have to travel.
Did you say gravity?
What is that?
What?
Gravity is a natural phenomenon by which all physical bodies attract each other. It's most commonly recognized and known as the agent that gives weight to physical objects and causes those physical objects to fall towards the ground when dropped from a height. Here are some quick facts about maple syrup. First of all, the tree has to be some sort of maple tree, preferably a sugar maple. Secondly, the trees have to be at least a foot across to be big enough to tap. Thirdly, temperatures in the day should be up to +5 and go down to -5 at night, and do this consistently for days in a row so that the sap runs. It likes a warm day and a cool night.
Okay, everyone, let's get boiling! So, Jarrett, wow, I've never seen one of these before. Can you tell me what we're looking at here?
We are looking at a maple syrup evaporator. It is wood-fired, and it boils the water out of the maple sap to leave the finished product.
Wow, and how long does that take?
Depending on the day, usually 3 to 4 hours worth of a boil each time that we do.
Wow, and how much wood do you think you use when you have a day like that?
That is a good question. Probably close to maybe a bush cord, or close to it.
Wow, bush cord!
What is that? A bush cord is a stack of firewood 4 feet tall by 8 feet long and 4 feet deep. After collecting, the maple sap needs to be boiled to get rid of the water. It takes between 20 and 50 liters of sap to make 1 liter of syrup. Syrup can be boiled entirely over one heat source or can be divided into smaller batches and boiled down further at a more controlled temperature. After the sap is boiled down into syrup, it is then filtered to remove sugar sand. The filtered syrup is grated and packaged while still hot. And there you have it, delicious maple syrup. So what sorts of things can you make from the sap from a maple tree? Well, depending on how long you boil it down for, you can make maple sugar, maple butter or cream, and maple candy or taffy. Maple syrup is so popular that towns across Ontario even have festivals to celebrate it. Every spring, towns like Elmira and Elmvale all come together to celebrate springtime and the sweet taste of maple syrup. Look at all the delicious things!
Everyone, we had a great day today here at Greenlaw Maple Products. I know I had a good time. Cheers! Yum, yum. See you later, everyone.